Sube el volumen.
Hautbox.
Tiene algo enorme para ti.
Si te ofrecen droga, te van a decir que se siente bien padre, que te vas a reír.
I think we could open up this episode by first saying, I know it's a little bit like 2 days early, but Merry Christmas to everybody who's listening to this. We hope you have safe holidays.
Yeah.
Safe and fun holidays.
I hope you guys get everything you guys wished for from Santa Claus. But yeah, Merry Christmas, guys. Be safe. We hope you're spending your time with loved ones and, you know, even if you're doing a little Friendsmas too. Those are fun. Those are fun.
We'd also like to say that this would be, we're going to take a little 2-week break. Like you guys said, for you guys, it'll be 1 week. For you guys listening, it'll be 1 week. Which episode are we not posting next week?
We're not going to post next week. We came to the decision like a week ago, a couple days ago. We have been doing this podcast for over a year, consistently every single week. It's been more than 70 weeks that we've been doing this, and we just want to make sure that we also don't burn out. And yeah, I think coming back from a little break would do us good. It would give us a kind of a fresh start and ready to take on another year. I feel like we didn't come to this conclusion lightly. We definitely thought about it and thought it was like the best thing for everyone. And like we said, for you guys, it's just going to be 1 week off. We are going to take 2 weeks off, but we do have an episode pre-recorded just to not leave you guys with such a big gap in between. So next week, no episode. Spend it with your families, you know, have some fun times and stuff. And then for the next week, first week of January, we will be having an episode.
So we're pretty excited what's coming in 2022. So again, thank you guys for being here with us for another year and have safe holidays.
Yeah, for sure.
So this morning I was enjoying my breakfast. So I was making my breakfast, right? By the way, my breakfast, fire, dude. I think it's fire. So what I do is cook up some chorizo, and then I add the huevo and like some pepper jack cheese, and I make like I flip it into like it's not an omelet. I flip it into like a sandwich form, like a little square. Does that make sense? And then I cook an everything bagel in the toaster. I toast an everything bagel, and then I put the bagel down. I put the egg down and the bagel, top it with some crema and some avocado. Ooh. It is so good. It's fire. Anyway, so like then when I was cooking all this stuff, my dad came into the kitchen, and this was like 8 a.m. So my dad came into the kitchen, and I noticed that he closed the door, and I was like, "Ooh, this is weird. He never really closes the door." And he was like,
the door to your kitchen?
Okay. And he's like put the ventilador on to like the fan, and I thought it was to like because the chorizo smells. I'm okay, it makes sense. And I was like, "Oh shit." Excuse me. I was like, okay, and so I put it on. And then we were talking about, like, because he always goes to the flea market on Sundays. And I was like, okay, well, what are you doing today? I'm like, you're going to the flea market? He's like, no. And he's like, why, do you need something? And I'm like, I'm looking for, like, a stool, like a specific stool. And if you see something like it, like, get it for me, you know? I'll pay you back. And he's like, no, I'm not going today. I'm not really sure what I'm doing today. And I'm like, okay. I'm sorry. I'm fucking burping up the shot of the tequila that I just fucking drank? Yeah. I'm, like, burping that up right now. And so we're just talking about like regular shit, and I noticed that like I know something's on his mind, like I know he wants to talk about something,
right?
And like, over the past couple of days, like I've felt that he wants to talk about something, but I also knew the time wasn't right. It just didn't feel right, you know. And so today
it felt right today.
Today felt a little different. Like the energy was definitely different today. I know for the past month, everyone's kind of been going to like a little funk, from what I've been reading. I don't know why I'm burping so much right now, but I feel like December's been pretty hard on a lot of people. So these past couple days have been a lot better for me mentally. And so maybe he sensed like I was actually, you know, in a better place to be talked to.
Okay.
So he was like, what did I say? I opened up the conversation by saying that, like, you know, I'm thinking about going to Guatemala in April because there's like a big celebration. I think it's like called like Semana Santa. or Santa Semana, one of the others.
Semana
he corrected
Santa,
me.
yeah.
He corrected me. I was like, okay, well, either way, I want to go in April. And he's like, okay, like, and I told him like, you should go too. You should come with me. And he's like, I think so. He's like, I think I want to do it. And I'm okay. We should go. We should definitely plan it. And I was eating my bagel, and I looked at him, and then I was taking another bite, and he's like, I wanna go somewhere warm. Like I want to move somewhere warm. And I think in the moment that I took a bite of my bagel and I looked back up, he had tears in his eyes. And I think what he meant to say was, I want to go back home.
Yeah.
And I was like, I saw that he had tears in his eyes. 'Cause I think if he would have told me I want to go back home, he would have broke down.
Yeah.
And so instead he told me I want to go somewhere warm. Because I know what he really wants is he wants to go back home.
Yeah.
Because like, imagine, you're like a kid, and then you get sent here to make a better life for your future family. And now, like, after working for so many years, you're finally realizing that, like, fuck, like, what is all this for? I don't even like it here, you know?
Yeah. I also feel like he probably thinks that he's like done raising you guys.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So
now, exactly. And now for him, it's like, what's next? Like, I don't want to be here anymore. My kids, I did my job. Now what am I going to do here? And so I told him, I was like, you want to go back home? I was like, you should go back home. And he's like, I need money. And I was like, well, like, I could help you with that. Like, it's okay. Like, I know you need money, but like, how much money do you need realistically to live a life there in Guatemala? And he was like, I don't know, but I need money. And I'm like, well, you need to figure that out. Like, this is me. I was trying to not be... Anytime my dad's talked to me in this sort of level, I've always been kind of, not dismissive, but very much like, you'll figure it out.
yeah.
You know, because like, how am I supposed to parent my own dad? You know? And so like, but this time I was like, no, like, he's coming to me because he needs advice. Like,
Yeah.
he wants to ask for help, but he can't ask for help because everything he's been taught. And so I was like, okay, well, what you need to do, you need to figure out the amount. What's the amount that you're going to need to be able to live comfortably for the next 40 years or so? And so that's the amount that you need to figure out, and you can start working towards that. And then start working towards paying down your debt here. Because he's like, I can't leave until I retire, which is in 12 years. And he's been at that job for like damn near 40 years. And I'm like, well, realistically, I promise you, it is not going to take 12 years. I was like, once you get that number in your mind set, you can start working towards that. You can start building a plan, and we can like get you out of here.
Right.
And so, like, I think once he heard that I was trying to help him instead of just listening, you know what I mean? Because I was listening, but I was more also trying to, like, help him build a plan now. He started seeing, like, the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's like, okay, like, this seems possible.
I feel
And
like he probably just needed that little push, that little
Yeah.
reassurance that like, okay, maybe I am doing the right thing by thinking that, saying I want to go home and stuff like that. So
Exactly, and, like, that's all I needed to know. It's like, you want to go home? Amazing. Let me try to help you, And so I was telling him, like, I gave you... You know who Dave Ramsey is? He's like this old white man who's like helps a lot of people get out of debt. So I gave him and my mom Dave Ramsey's book on like how to get out of debt and like how to live a financially free life. And I don't think when I gave it to him, he was ready to read it. And I was telling him like that book right there is literally your key to leave here and free, like for you to leave here stress free. And so I was telling him like, I'll help you build this plan, and like in the next 5 years, we can turn that 12 years into 5 years. I can't promise you we'll leave next year, but like in 5 years, I promise you we can get the fuck out of here and like you can go back home. Because I told him like your job is done. Like my brothers and I are fine. We'll be fine. And so, yeah. And so he started like, after he was like calmed down a little bit, he was just like, I'm tired. And I'm like, dude, I know. Like, I can't imagine. I'm over here fucking tired. I'm only 25 and I'm fucking tired. Imagine you're like, my dad's like, what is it, like 32 plus 22? What is that, like 54? He's almost 55. And so I'm like, you've been doing this for 40 years. Like this whole work life, and like that's all you do. Like I can't imagine how exhausted you are, because I think there's a fine line between tired and exhaustion. Like tired, you could take a nap, you'll be fine. Tired, you take a little vacation, you'll be fine. But like exhausted, you're this close to just giving up, you know? And so I was telling him like I know you're tired. And so I got up and I was like, this is like my way of showing him that like kind of doing the things he never did for us, but like I'm able to do it because I personally feel like I'm in a better place emotionally than he is. So I hugged him, and he just started breaking down. And I was like it's okay. Like I know you're tired, but let me help you, and we'll get you out of here in 5 years instead of 12. And like we're trying. I don't know. I think that my next. Remember how I think I came on here like 2 months ago, and I was telling you how my mom finally wanted to go to therapy. Now it's my dad wanting to fix the whole like financial situation,
Right.
so that he can go back home, because that to him is his therapy, to be home with his mom and like just home, you know. So now I feel like my dad's finally in a place where he's asking for help, and like I can help him, because I feel like I've, after years of helping myself learn all the things I know, I can finally teach,
Right.
you know. But I'm also seeing, for all this, I had a question for you, and it was, what have you seen, I guess, like your parents go through when you were a kid that still kind of like affects them to this day? Because for me, it's the money situation. And that Christmas always reminds me at that time, because there was a time when we would get presents, like we were allowed to pick 3 presents. Anything we'd want, 3 things. Pick whatever you want. Cool, they'd get it for us. And then it turned to one thing, and then it turned to nothing. And so that's how I know like money was just like running short, and Christmas was always a reminder of that. And money to me will always be an obstacle that I want to get better at and succeed at, so that not to help my parents, but so that they can see that their struggles were worth me learning for myself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So your question was, what?
Well, I guess like what's the biggest lesson that your parents have taught you through their struggles?
Holy shit. I think something that I don't think I've ever really put too much like mind to, but I guess actually like looking into it, I guess it's like my parents having education. And like, well, my dad didn't go to school. I think he only went to like 3rd grade, and that was it. And then my mom, she finished college and everything. And then she came here, and none of her like documents and certificates, like nothing was viable here. So she couldn't do anything with it, even after like 20 years of being in school. So I think education for them, and not being able to succeed in a place like this with either the education that they did have or they didn't have. And that was, I think, something that brought them all so close because of that shared experience. And for us, it was like, you have to go to school. Like, this is it. Like, education is like your most important thing that's going to get you anywhere. So I think because of my mom not being able to do anything with her education, like she had to start from zero here. And she started working in factories. Like she works at the same factory to this day. And she worked in like laboratories, you know? So
That's awesome.
yeah, like having to see her give up on like, she's expressed to me like, I miss being in a lab. Like that shit fucking hurts. So like them stressing to us that education was like the key to get you in the door anywhere, like that's what they ingrained to us. And like for the most part, I do give thanks for the education that my parents were able to like push us towards. You know, they were like, you can do whatever you want, any career you want, you have to go to school and you have to finish. So I mean, my sister, she went And I think my older sister also chose this kind of career path because she knew that being financially stable is something that was really important for my parents too. And yeah, I mean, she went for like accounting. She's like an executive, like accountant or whatever the fuck. And, you know, she did really well for herself. I'm here. I'm kind of like the black sheep. I did like an unconventional route, but they've always supported me. And for me to like show them that like, thank you for not giving up on me. I'm like here now doing the career that I'm doing. Like it's only going to pay off. Right. And, same with my little sister. Like she did her school. So we're all kind of like in our fields, like working in our fields. And I think for them, like that's it. Like that was like they're done with kind of like giving that lesson because we've all like done it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So is that more of like your mom's lesson to you guys rather than your dad's?
It was both of them. Like my dad was the one that would take us or would pick us up from school. Like he would take us to clubs. Like he would always want us to be doing like school related things. Probably also to like stay out of trouble or whatever and to keep us occupied because we were the kids that had to stay at school until like 4 p.m. because like my dad didn't get out of work early enough and he had to pick us up. So we would make sure to like join clubs and do a sport if we wanted to. So yeah.
My dad would always get involved in our sports. Like he'd be like the second coach and shit. Like he'd be so down to like he'd take us everywhere. Didn't matter how far the games were. He'd be the person to take us. And I feel like he lived through us. Like our happiness was definitely his happiness. Whenever he saw us playing sports and we did well in sports because like you know every Hispanic dad they were almost in the professional leagues and then they got injured. You know it's always the same story, but. My dad definitely had that story where he had a chance to go professional, but then he got injured and like, you know, he had to come here and like start working and shit.
Yeah.
So my dad definitely did live through us in that sense. Like, do you feel like in your education and all your guys' education, like your parents lived through you guys?
I think, yeah. I think like they were always, even though they weren't really involved in our education, they were though, because like they would take us to school and like pick us up and stuff like that. I think they're very proud right now. Like they're very proud of us, and I feel like the proudness just keeps getting surpassed, and like it's only up from here for them with us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I tell my mom like, oh, like guess what happened with the pod, like this and that. And even when she thought that like, dude, when she was like, you make money off YouTube, she was like, holy shit, like this is it, we're up. And it was like we weren't making shit, right? And I told my mom, I was like, I don't, because my mom helps me pay off both my parents, they help me pay off my student loans. And I'm super grateful, super thankful for them. And and we were talking like a couple of weeks ago, like, hey, this is the plan because she's planning to retire in a couple of years. And she was like, here's the plan. We're going to do X, Y, Z. And like, this is how we're going to do it. So we can like pay your loan off like in the fastest way possible. And like, I hate having to talk about that shit with them. And I told my mom, I was like, I don't know where I'm going to be a year from now, but I'm not going to be in this position. I was like, I promise you, like, you guys will never have to worry about this shit ever again. And like, that's what I strive for, like right now. So.
Wow. One time at breakfast, my dad asked me, he's like, how much do you have left for your student loans? And I was like, oh, like this amount. And he's like, what if I take out of my like 401k? Because he's been like company for like 40 years. So he's got some money saved up. And the guilt that got into me after hearing that especially like after the conversation today, because I want him to. That's your money. Like you worked your ass off for that money. Like that's your money. In no way do I expect you to pay my bills. And I think in one way he might feel guilty because when we had first had to talk about college and like student loans and all that, he was like, "This is what we're gonna do. When you start having to pay your loans, I'll match whatever you pay. So like if my bill was 300, I'll pay 300, but he'll also put another 300 on it, so that way we could pay it down twice as fast." And I was like, okay, cool, like that's what we're gonna do. And I don't know if he knows that I remember that conversation, but I remember that conversation. And for a while, I was expecting that when things were hard for myself. I was like, where was this help for my dad that he promised me? But like now, I'm kind of like, that's still my responsibility. Like I want to be able to pay that off. But I don't know if like he feels guilty for that, and like now he wants to offer help, or maybe he just wants to offer help because I'm his kid and he wants to offer help. But I definitely don't want him to think like that's your responsibility, you know? Because it was still my education. So I don't know, dude. I gotta like, not that I don't work hard, but I definitely do work hard. And again, like I feel like I need to work harder. But 2022 is gonna be filled with a lot of blessings. I feel it's gonna be a good year. This whole next year, this whole next decade, even the next 5 years before I hit 30, I feel like it's gonna be very, very blessed.
Yes, it's only up from here.
I hope that my parents can also reap the benefits of my success because it's the least I can do for them.
Right.
There was this I don't know if it was like a tweet or like a TikTok that I saw, but it was the generation before you, which was your parents, they were put on this earth to make the sacrifice for you to be conscious of that sacrifice in order for you to spread that gratitude and to spread the wealth that you're put on this earth to make and to do. And I read that and I was like, I feel like I've never even thanked my parents for making that sacrifice because they've made tons of sacrifices, including the one to come here in the first place and like build this life for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for like today, after I had breakfast, I haven't even told you about this. So after I had my breakfast,
that was the story.
No, dude.
I thought it was the thing with your dad. Press me a little bun first.
After I had my breakfast, I like watered my plants and everything, and then I was I headed to Lakeview because I had a Reiki session scheduled, and I talked about Reiki like, excuse me, I don't know if it's like last year, like earlier in the year. But I talked about Reiki, and it was basically like a transfer from energy from the Reiki master, right, to you to kind of like ground you and like balance you out, and like they kind of tell you what it is that you need grounding in or like where your energy is off. And so I scheduled that for today, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in very open-minded. I'm just gonna give in whatever it is they want me to do. I'm gonna just do it. And so I went in because I read a book on it, and the book really inspired me. Like, because it wasn't just like, you know how you read shit about horoscopes and shit, and you're like, oh, this is very generalized. Like Reiki has science; it's backed by science, and it's very helpful. And a lot of hospitals offer it as a second form of treatment for those who are more like spiritually attuned. So I drove to Lakeview, and I got into the place, and then I got in, and I told him from the start because he had you fill out a form. And one of the things is like, what are you coming here to like look for? Like, what is it that you feel like you need balanced? And I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't want to give you any of that information because I want to go into this as open-minded as possible and see if you actually can tell me what it is that I came here for. You know what I mean?
Damn, now you're fucking challenging the Reiki master. I gotta kick your ass out.
I like to be very blunt with people. Like, this is what I came here for. And so I told him that, and he was okay. Like, it's fine. Like, we could do that. And so he had me lay down, and he's okay. I want you to just like go into a form of into a state of meditation, like you would any other day, and you're gonna be doing that, and I'm just going to be doing my thing. And so I closed my eyes for the next hour and a half.
Holy shit!
I did not think it was gonna take this long. I did not even think I was under this like I guess, meditation for an hour and a half. I thought it was like max like 50 minutes, 40 minutes, and it was an hour and a half. And I was like, holy shit, I cannot believe I was actually focused for that long.
And you didn't fall asleep?
Low key, I fell asleep for like 5 minutes because I caught myself. But he's like, that's completely normal. People fall asleep all the time, and it's usually the dreams that they get most of the help from. So I was like, that's not necessarily what I came here for. But I caught myself sleeping, and I was like, no, let me really focus on like why I came here. So there is 2 things that happened to me during this whole session that I guess I wanted to come in here and talk about it. Actually, 3 things. One of the first things that happened was when he first placed his hands on my head. Like, I had my eyes closed, and you're just seeing black, right? As soon as he put his hands on my head, fucking Christmas lights. I saw like literally like you're looking at this shit, but with your eyes closed. So like close your eyes and look at the lights. You see how bright it is? That's what I saw the second he put his hands on my head. It was the most.
What if you had a headlamp on?
I hope not, but like, dude, I promise you, I have never felt that at peace before. It was insane. The whole experience was fucking insane. But as soon as he did that, I was like, wow, this is
real.
This is real. Like, this energy that he's talking about, that he's sending me, this shit's crazy. Because I see it. It's not just like when you close your eyes and you look at these lights, it's not just like once. It's like not. It's like
It's
static.
not stagnant. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these lights were moving. Like, it was waves. It wasn't just like one static light. It was waves of fucking light. And I was like, wow, this is beautiful. Like, this is literally what peace looks like. It was amazing. And the image that I saw, maybe like an hour in, was a tree. And a tree that was dying. I saw this literal tree just dying, slowly going down and down and turning brown. And then it revived. And started reviving and reviving and reviving. And it was just green, full of life. And just like sprouting all different types of branches and shit. It was awesome. And then after like something else that happened was at the beginning of the session, he gave me like 2 stones to hold, or crystals or whatever the fuck. I'm not really big into like the whole crystal thing, but I was like, whatever, I'm going to so really open-minded or whatever. So he gave me 2 crystals to hold, and I had my hands by my side. And I noticed that my arm, even though it was laying down with this crystal in my hand, my arm was getting super tired and like it started hurting. And I started questioning myself. I'm like, why am I holding on to something that's causing me pain? And like, I know it's causing me pain. So like, why am I holding on to it? And he told me it's fine. If it's too much, put it down. But I wasn't listening to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I started questioning myself, like, what other places in my life am I doing that right now, where I'm holding on to something that's like causing me pain or causing me some sort of discomfort, but I'm still choosing to hold on to it, and why? Why can't I just let it go? And so I think that's like through this session, I realized that I do that in places of my life where I feel like I get very uncomfortable, but I still hold on to it. And I need to figure out why that is. And I'm starting my therapy sessions again next month, once January begins. And like, that's one question I want to take into therapy and figure out why that is that I do that. Like, why can't I just let go? You know? But, dude, yeah, after an hour and a half, he's okay. You're good to wake up. And he was like, you definitely needed more grounding. He's like, he's like, there's so much like aggression in you. Aggression and like built up resentment. And he's like, after this you might feel a little thirsty, because it definitely was a lot of work. You might feel thirsty. You definitely get a meal after this, because it's a ton of energy that's passing through you and like leaving you at the same time, because your body's dismissing all that negative energy and replacing it. But it was a trip. It was a crazy fucking trip. I can't believe that even lasted like an hour and a half. But I definitely recommend people to do it if they aren't, if they're comfortable doing it. But,
Right.
dude, yeah, like I said, my morning was extremely eventful. The fact that all this shit happened at once, I feel like it was kind of like just meant to be. And I'm kind of entering, now that the year is ending, I'm entering a different part of my life. And 25 was definitely like a good number to do all that and like to figure all this stuff out. Because like my mom wanted to go to therapy, now my dad wanted to fix the whole financial situation.
Like a lot of things are lining up.
Dude,
It must feel amazing.
I can't tell you how like balanced I feel right now. And
Yeah.
I definitely think the tea break helped. Because I feel like if I was under all that, I would still be very foggy.
Right. Like it helps you see everything a lot more clear.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, dude, the whole experience was insane.
Damn. Where'd you find this place?
I was just Googling just like Reiki in Chicago. And after scrolling, this one kind of just felt right. That's how I picked my therapist. Like my insurance sent me like a list of therapists, and I was like, that one feels right. And I got lucky right away, and that's my therapist ever since the first pick.
Nice.
And so then same thing with this one. So I just picked it, and then yeah,
Damn.
that was it.
That's really exciting. Oh my gosh. We should get like a Groupon going.
Well, for the thing,
Yeah.
for the Reiki session.
Damn, that's cool.
His name was Billy.
Billy Madison. Damn, dude. 73 weeks? 73 weeks straight that we've been just doing this.
I can't tell you how proud I am of us, honestly.
Honestly, like it doesn't feel like that long. But then I look back to the old cringy episodes. But
Somebody in the
it's,
Discord was like, "Oh, what's the first episode called or whatever?" I want to go back and
know.
watch. I'm like, "No, don't do that."
yeah, and then someone linked it. No. We're gonna lie now, guys. But no, yeah, I think it's honestly insane. Like 73 weeks, but we definitely have done more than just record one episode. Like a week. It's definitely been a whole lot of shit behind the scenes, I feel like,
Yeah.
to make it happen. Damn. Like we've gone on vacations, like we've made this work so many different ways just to post every single Thursday. Every single one of them.
Yep.
So this shit is crazy.
Something I wanted to tell my dad, but I knew I couldn't. Like I really wanted to tell him, but I was like, no, if I tell him this, I'm gonna break down. Like I can't break down right now. I need to be the strong one right now. Was that like you taught us that with hard work and consistency, like you can get anywhere you want in life. And I was gonna tell him like that's just the same thing goes for you. Like for the next 5 years, you work hard. This is what you want. You want to go back home? Okay, this is what you have to do. But I know I couldn't tell him that. I'll probably tell him like tomorrow or some shit. But
Tell them on Christmas.
oh,
At the dinner table.
that'd be crazy. But
What are you guys gonna do for this Christmas?
the past couple Christmases, we kind of just stayed home. Same thing like as Thanksgiving. We stayed home, ate as a family, and then, just enjoy each other's company. Like last Thanksgiving, I think I was packing up the orders, like the sticker orders, the sweater orders, sticker orders. So I wasn't able to like really spend time with them. But this Christmas, the goal is to just
Chill.
spend the entire day with my family and just really let them know that I'm still there, because I spend a lot of time in my room or upstairs working, so I never really get to like see them even though I live with them. So hopefully I do get to just enjoy the time with them. So just
Yeah.
chill and just eat and open up gifts.
Oh, that'll be so fun.
You guys?
I think we're probably going to do the same. We're going to go to Mexico, but only for New Year's. So we're leaving like a couple days after Christmas. But I think Christmas, just because everyone from my dad's side at least, they're all going to go to Mexico. So I know everyone is putting all their energy towards like this New Year's Day. And not really too much for Christmas. So we're probably just going to like chill at home. And I asked my mom what we were making, and she said she didn't know. Last time she made empanadas, which were
Nice.
fire, but this time we'll see. You know what? I made mole the other day.
You did not make mole.
I did.
You really?
Yeah. I made it for Jacob's birthday.
Wow.
It was like on Sunday.
Proud of you.
Yeah, I made mole con pollo, and it was really good. I made a shit ton of food. It was like mole con pollo. I made rice, beans, chile de molcajete. We got carnitas. What else? We had micheladas. It was fire.
Okay.
It was good. It was a good
That's
almuerzo.
awesome.
but we'll see. Because my mom, she'll pull some shit and be like, okay, you make mole. Now that she knows and I know how to make it, she'll be like, okay, you make it for Christmas. But we'll see. I really want to do a nice Christmas movie, but I hate that my parents always fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like, if it's one thing I hate is that when I watch movies with people and one person falls asleep, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
Same.
But yeah, maybe one during the day, just so it's like, and before people eat food, because like once it's dark out and you already ate food, you're falling asleep.
Yeah, you're definitely knocked out. I wish I was more comfortable with smoking around my parents, because I would definitely just smoke and put on a
That would
movie.
be so fun.
And it's if they just like don't mind me, just enjoy yourself, watch the
Right.
movie, like don't
Just
worry about me.
ignore
I'm
me.
chilling.
Like, do whatever you guys also have to do to like be chill. Like, let me do this. Cause like, does your mom drink wine?
She does drink wine. Give
Yeah.
my mom one glass, she's done. She's all red and shit.
No, yeah. Me and my sister, we're gonna cheat this bitch up upstairs on the deck. That's what we're gonna do. And this is a joke allegedly, but I'm gonna bring my pen for and she's coming too. Like, these past like 4 or 5 times I've gone to Mexico, my little sister hasn't gone. This time she's gonna go. It's because like her job doesn't let her. They told her that she has to work year round, like for 1 year, in order to like qualify for like vacation time.
Yeah.
So like it really sucked for her. But she got 1 week now and she's using it for New Year's.
And that's like Monday through Friday? Or that's like Monday through Sunday? She's a vet tech, so
Yeah.
animals get sick all days of the week.
Yeah, but they don't open, or they only open like Saturdays on weekends, like Saturday mornings. She says that, what's really interesting? She says that their busiest days are always like Mondays and Tuesdays because like so much shit happens, I guess, on the weekend to
Right.
animals. And dude, she's in surgery like all the time. Isn't that so sick?
That's awesome,
That's so cool. And it was this might be the Grey's Anatomy in me. I want to get back to the topic though, but I'm gonna tell you this little story. For my Grey's Anatomy girls, like, so my sister's like, one of her very first surgeries that she had was I think it was like a cat that had cataracts or something like that. Anyways, they had to take the eye out and she got to keep the eye. Tell me that shit is not fucking sick. She has it in a little like medical cup or whatever, and
Next to the bong.
no, she has it in the kitchen.
In the bong.
No, she has it in the kitchen. You know where like people put the botellas, a vitrina. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like she has it up there. My parents have like the most random shit in their vitrina in the kitchen. It's like my runner-up fucking prom queen crown, and then they have like their bottle of wine from when they got married.
I had no idea you were runner-up for your prom.
I didn't win,
cool.
but there was like a lineup of like other girls that also, it was like 5 nominations, and then one girl won, the others didn't. So I say runner-up because shit, we all could have been, but they have like their wine from when they got married. My sister put her fucking cat eye because she felt like it was an accomplishment. And then what else? Oh, and my sister asked us to be like bridesmaids in her wedding. It has like the like a note thing where it's like, will you bring my bridesmaids? But it's on a piece of cardboard. I'm like, Mom, Dad, like throw this shit away. Anyways.
I hope you don't. I would keep that.
Anyways, she got to keep the cat eye, and I was like, dude, this is the sickest gift they could have ever given you. Like, you're gonna keep this forever. And she was like, dude, I know. But the rest of the family's like, ew. Like, you guys are gross.
Your sister's a hero.
She is. She be saving lives and shit.
Wow.
But what were you saying before?
I forgot what I was saying.
We
dude,
went on a
low-key.
tangent. Hold on. Oh yeah, because this is the first time that she's gonna go to Mexico too. We're bringing the pen allegedly, and we're about to be up. Like this is the first time that we go over there of like me knowing that she also smokes, so we're gonna be blasted in that.
Last time you
bitch.
took your pen, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
That was nice,
It was,
yeah,
it
it was
was
decent.
nice. It was super decent. But I'm excited for me and her. And I'm also excited because like my other cousin, he like found the pod. He found the pod and now he like joins in on some of the lives and stuff, but he doesn't know English. So all he comments is like the little leaf emoji. Like, yeah, like, a like, you be smoking, because he smokes. But, like, we're in Mexico. Like, my dad does not let us out of his sight. So, like, we can't do shit, right? And he knows, and now I know that, like, we both smoke. We're all going to chief up. I'm going to bring my pen. And I was telling my boyfriend, I'm going to let him hit it. And I'm like, I don't think he's ever had any type of shit like this. So it's going to be like giving a blunt to like a pilgrim. You know what I mean? He's gonna like rip it hard.
Dude, you're gonna murder him.
No, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
I'm excited for you guys though. You should probably hop into some Discord
Yeah, we
questions.
can do
now,
that.
yeah?
Ew.
Dude, when I'm at work, that shit cracks like 4 times like that.
Ew.
Feels so good.
Okay, we didn't vet these, but we're gonna pick some good ones. Describe your perfect Christmas day.
Shit, dude, I'm chilling the whole day. I'm waking up. I'm taking my sweet time getting out of bed. I'm not in any kind of rush. I have like carnitas waiting.
Ooh.
Fuck, some like handmade tortillas. I'm just some
A whole
champurrado. I'm chilling the whole day. A nice
like
little
that.
like sneak away from the family, get a little joint in, you know.
Now with the brothers, not the pre-Christmas walk. Okay.
And then yeah, and then just like we probably won't have like a party or anything, but just open up gifts and then just watch a movie and just enjoy the day. Perfect Christmas day for me.
Nice. I think I would have to wake up really early because there's just so much I want to do. Like I like to be really festive. So I like to wake up early, make sure that like things are a little clean around, and then so it's not like so tough on my mom when she like wants to start cooking. So making sure that's done, making sure that everyone's gifts are wrapped and like under the tree, because like we open gifts that same day. We don't do none of that 25th day bullshit, none of that. So it's that same day, and making sure that everyone gets coffee. Like I like to make coffee in the morning, or like a tea, or if we had like a leftover ponche, one of those. And then getting everyone up, and then usually we go to church. So I want to make sure that everyone's like ready to go for church, because like shit gets packed.
You're the planner. Like you're the person.
I'm
You're
like,
like the
let's
fucking
go, let's
producer, making sure all this shit gets done.
That's what I'm saying. See, this is why I'm my sister's maid of honor. So I'm like born for this. I'm born for this job. But
Okay, no, you said you were nervous, but I feel like maybe it's like excitement because like you know it's stuff that you want to do, you're good at doing. You know what I mean?
like I'm nervous because I wouldn't want to miss anything or like forget something or have it be fucked up, because then I'll be mad.
Yeah.
But also because I don't know everyone. Like these are my sister's people, like not mine. So if I say like fucking do this, I'm gonna have to like tell them nicely, you know? But
Not nicely. Fuck.
yeah. No, but yeah, I'm kind of usually the one that's like, okay, let's go, let's do this, and then come back and we eat, and then what's the next thing? Like, what time are we going to my aunt's? Like shit like that. Yeah. Oh, but like my parents are so nonchalant. They're just like, let's chill. Like, let's take all the time in the world. And I'm like, let's go. But I think that would be my perfect Christmas, where everything just goes smoothly We eat good. I smoke. And we're just chilling. Let's see. Next question. What's a gift that you've given your family that you felt proud of giving it to them?
I cannot talk about this yet. I'll let you guys
'Cause
know
it's
next
this
episode.
year?
This is the year. This is the year. Yeah.
Hey. I think my gift to my family was when I first got my job at the North Face and was able to get everyone coats. That was like, everyone's
hooked
getting a
everyone
coat. I
up.
hooked everyone up. It was good.
You know what someone told me? They were like, it's a big ass jacket because from the fucking since like November started, I started wearing my North Face jacket, and anytime someone's like, it's a big ass jacket, it's a little hot outside now. I'm like, nah, it's perfect, and I always tell them like, you got it for me, or like you helped me get it with a discount, and I was like, this is the coziest. Like I'm never gonna have to buy a jacket in like 15 years. Like this is a jacket I'm gonna like
Dude, yeah.
run into the ground before I think about buying a new one.
Like when I told my family, I'm like, no, you guys have to take advantage of this. Like a good jacket like that will last you like 7 to 10 years.
I believe it.
At least, you know, if you take care of it and shit, longer. Dude, we had people coming in for warranty, and you can take in your coat at any time if there's like a rip or like manufacturing like issues. They'll send it to warranty and then like give you like either the fixed one or like a new one.
Mine has warranty on it.
Every coat has it. Every coat. Anyways, but you have to like get it approved for like warranty. So they have to like pass a checklist, some shit like that. But usually they always go in. Like when the down gets like flat or whatever, it needs like fluffing, you can like send it in and they'll like refluff it for you. Anyways, yeah, I was like, nah, this. And I loved giving the discount. I was like, you need a discount? Fucking tell me. But I think I was really proud of that one.
That's a good one.
This one was, we answered this one. Okay, this next question, we answered it, I think, last week. And it said, what's your favorite childhood Christmas movie? And I said The Santa Claus.
Yeah,
With Tim
mine is
Allen.
the Polar Express. Yeah.
All right. Next question. What's something you wish for every Christmas?
That's a good one.
I don't really wish for anything. Like for Christmas. Because I never expect to be like given things.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Have you guys ever re-gifted a gift? I don't think so.
I don't think I have either.
Actually, just kidding. I have once. And it was a bottle. I had like a bottle of tequila or something. But like I wasn't going to drink it.
Right.
And I was like, no. And then it was like someone's birthday. And I was like, well, this would be a good gift for them. They would enjoy this. Is that bad? Is that terrible of me?
No, definitely not.
Okay. Let's see. Next question. What, in your opinion / upbringing, is proper gift etiquette? Example, do you leave the price tag on? Do you leave the tag on to show it's new? If you gift one person in the family of like 4, do you gift them all? Oh.
Personally, I always take the price tag off. I feel like that's something that I've always been taught, is to take the price tag off. Man, but there's been situations where like if you take the price tag off, it looks ugly because it doesn't take the whole price tag off. You know what I mean? It leaves like little scratch behind, and like I hate that how that looks rather than just leaving the price tag on.
Dude, I would gift it even if the shit was scratched up and
Yeah.
ugly. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that is more than like leaving the tag on. You know what I mean?
Because personally, I don't care about the. Like, if I was gifted something with the price tag, I don't care. Either one, I could just look it up. I'm gonna look up what it costs anyway. So like, I'm gonna find out.
I do be doing that. Like, bro, like you spent all this money on me, please, don't do that. But no, yeah. But then sometimes it's like stuff that I really like. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna buy this again. Yeah. And then I like look it up and I'm like, oh shit, okay. But Yeah, I usually take the price tag off. I try to always either wrap it or put it in a bag. I don't ever want to just like give someone a thing like
Yeah.
that.
Well, they start out the Amazon package and shit.
Not that fucking plastic made in China bag. Fuck. What else? Like usually, fuck, see, it's tough. Like the question, they're like the one about like the family. Or it's like if you gift one person in a family of like 4, do you gift them all? I usually wouldn't do that. Like if I'm going there for like a specific person, like I'll gift them the
Right.
thing. Or if I'm invited by like, how do I say it? I don't know, like I would get like a house gift, something like that. You know, if it was more of like a family thing, like okay, here's like a bottle of wine or some shit, something for your house.
All right.
But the tag on, I guess like I do leave tags on, you know, like in case they want to like return it.
Give a gift receipt.
Yeah, give a gift receipt. Okay. Let's see. Next question. If you had to lose one of your 5 senses, which one would it be and why?
You know what's crazy? I asked this question like 2 weeks ago to my friends. What did I say? Because we were watching the movie I told you to watch, fucking The Sound of Metal, because he lost his hearing.
Oh yeah.
And I think I chose the same thing. If I were to lose a sense, it would be to lose my sense of hearing.
I think mine would be like my smell. Like I wouldn't mind to like not smell things. As long as I could taste, I'm good.
Now you have
know
me
what I mean?
thinking, yeah, because
Yeah, because then fuck, if I can't see, that shit's hard. And if I can't hear, that shit's even more hard. Damn.
if I had to choose one, I think it'd be my sense of hearing, though.
All right, let's see. Next question. What's a tradition you want to pass on to your kids if you want to have kids or when you get married and have your own family?
Is this like tradition for anything?
I mean, it could be, yeah.
I'm
I mean,
sticking to the holidays and just picking Christmas.
we can stick to the holidays.
I think we talked about this like last week, didn't we? Like 2 weeks ago or last week? About a tradition we'd pass down for Christmas. Because I think a tradition I want to keep going is like having a party and like having family or friends around for Christmas night, the 24th, and then opening presents for the 25th. So I don't know. I guess that.
Yeah, I think one thing that my family did traditionally would always like be watching a movie, and then I think something that, because I haven't lived with him in a while, like me and my boyfriend, like he's my family, so we want to start traditions, and like putting up the tree was one of them, and like we usually set up the tree, we listen to music, like Christmas music, we put the lights on and all that shit, and we watch like a little Christmas movie every now and then. But I just want to do more stuff like that, you know? I think it's fun.
Things to look forward to.
And like he's trying to take me to go see the lights, because we would always go see the lights until like last year when you had to do like reservations for them.
Talking about
And,
Lincoln Park?
Yeah. And like now they charge you.
They charge you?
They charge you like $5.
Oh, that's not bad, but. Yeah, I
But
see
like
what you mean.
still, for them being like always free, that's bogus.
They're like, damn, we gotta start paying our people for coming here to work and shit, too.
Damn. He's like, maybe the animals will be out. I'm like, maybe. You know what? Like it hasn't gotten like terribly cold. Okay, let's see. Next question. Would you guys ever consider doing a past life regression? If so, is there anything you'd like to know? Most people do past life regressions if there's an interest or pattern in this lifetime and would want to know if this is something that they've already experienced in a past life.
How is that done? Like, do you go to someone who specializes in that?
Probably.
Because that's raw. I've never heard of that before. I'd love to do that.
Because it's definitely like a very spiritual
Right.
like practice.
I would love to do that. I didn't know that was a thing.
I would not.
Really?
Yes. The less I know, the better. I'm just chilling on this earth, enjoying this lifetime. If it was meant to be for me to see these things, it would happen. But I'm not going to go looking for it. You know? Let's see. Next question. What's your favorite childhood memory of Christmas? Damn.
One Christmas, my dad had gotten us the PSP.
Damn,
And he
tienen
was like-
dinero.
And he was like, okay, we're going to go to the store and you can pick out whatever game you want. And I'm like, all right, bet. So I went to Best Buy. And I had gotten, at that time it was a Goblet of Fire. So I had gotten the Harry Potter Goblet of Fire game for the PSP.
That's kind of cool.
And so my dumb ass, did you ever have a PSP?
No.
So the cartridges for like, there was like little tiny discs, right? But they were inside plastic casings. I thought you had to take the disc out the plastic casing. No, you put the whole thing into the PSP. So I'm over here trying to like rip this shit apart, and it's super difficult. And I'm trying to take the little disc out to put that into the PSP, but I found out that you put the whole thing in there, and so I damn near ruined the game trying to open it, the whole casing, and then I found out
Damn.
that you just put Jonathan just put his shit in there, and it just started working. I'm like, oh my god. And
Were you
but
still able to play it?
I was able to play it. I was able to like click back together, but I remember anytime I opened it, like I had to be really careful with it, or else I would scratch the shit out of it.
Fuck.
Yeah, but I'd say like that was a very memorable Christmas morning for me.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I think mine would have to be, I don't think it's like a specific one, but it's just like all of the Christmases that I had as a kid as a whole, they all pretty much look the same. And we would go like the 24th and we would go to my grandma's house and we would all like pray a rosario and we would arrullar al niño. So we would all sing along and shit and we would pray. And then we would eat. But that shit took forever. Like when I tell you this shit took forever, everyone was praying very slow. And I'm like, and like it was cool when we were young enough to like not have to go and pray and we'd all just like fuck around with the cousins upstairs. We'd all like run around and like do whatever. But then like we got to the age where we had to like sit down and like pray with. Damn, that shit was boring. But
Your mom was like, "Mija si sabe."
yeah, I'm like, bro, like I don't want to do it, especially when like my family would invite like family friends and like their kids would all come. Stop! But it was pretty fun. And like now that we're older, we don't like do that anymore, but I think I would want to do it like one more time, you know, just for old time's sakes. But yeah. Let's see. Next question. What's a super unrealistic gift you want? Mine would be the microwave in Spy Kids that pops crazy meals up in an instant.
Since we're all in the Harry Potter kind of festive.
You are. Who's
Quit
this
playing.
we?
Did you just watch like
Who's
3 in
this
a
we?
row? Quit playing.
No, you're right. You're
bro.
right. You're right.
Anyways, like the first gift he got was the cape, the invisibility cloak, and so he put that bitch on, and I was invisible, and like that dude, that shit would be so sick.
Dude, that's such a good one. That's such a good example. I have nothing to compare that to. What the fuck? I can't think of anything. Like, what do they mean by like unrealistic?
Maybe like the fact that it doesn't exist, like that microwave doesn't exist, this cloak doesn't exist.
Fuck.
It's like maybe like a movie that you once saw, like a ticket to the Willy Wonka factory. That would be cool. I'd take that.
Damn, that would be cool.
Think like childhood, like what's something you watched and you're like, damn, like that's what I fucking want right there.
Like, speaking of Spy Kids, though, like, do you remember, like, when they were on the playground and they have kind of, like, those little intermission, like, between the scenes, and they're, like, kids playing on the playground, and the little kids, like, blasting off, and, like, the evil twins or whatever, and then the kids on the playground are like, yo quiero unos zapatos como esos. Yeah. Those shoes. That was a good one.
I like that one.
Okay, last question. This one is from your boy Angel. Okay, he asked, "What is the most questionable present you've ever gotten and the best present you've ever gotten?" What does that mean by questionable?
I took that as like they really didn't know you, and so they just kind of got you some shit.
You know what? I got a good one for this because this was like 2 years ago when my boyfriend went and this is the one and only ever time I've ever done this, where he bought me clothes that I just would not wear.
Buying clothes is so hard.
I understand. And he's very much like, I feel like I buy decent gifts for him, but sometimes maybe I do assume that like he would just love this and he doesn't. So he
Never wears it.
No, it's like it comes to like things or like clothes where he was like, "Oh, like this isn't it. Can we like exchange it?"
Oh, he tells you this.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I would rather have you tell me
Right.
instead of like clothes
Fake,
never
like,
being
yeah.
like worn or anything like that. So, and sometimes it's like, oh, this is the wrong size or like the wrong color. Like this one time I got him like a jean jacket and he didn't like the wash. And I think it was one size too small. And I was like, fuck it, let's go and get you the right one. But, yeah, he like got me clothes that I was like, they weren't ugly. It's just that I wouldn't wear them.
Right.
And yeah, I was like, let's go exchange them or whatever. And yeah, we exchanged them. It was from Uniqlo. Like some things like I would wear obviously, but then there's other pieces there that just,
No, definitely. Yeah.
this isn't it. This isn't like my style.
I have 2 items. One, I guess, favorite, and another one I was questionable, but only questionable because like I knew why they did it. So I was celebrating Christmas with an ex's family, and everybody was like opening up presents.
Sorry, got a little cinnamon.
Everybody was like opening up presents and everything, and then one of the aunts, she got me like a gift bag, right, with like something in it. And I think she only gave me this because she noticed she didn't want me to feel left out, and so she gave me like a bag out of nowhere, and she's like, "Oh, this is for you." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And it was just like a random T-shirt, you know. But it was like the thought that she didn't want me to feel left out. Like I really appreciate it, and I just wear it
Yeah.
as like PJs basically. And then this one year, Jonathan got me a coffee mug in the shape of a lens. You know, like the lens
the
coffee
Canon
mugs.
ones.
So I was
or
like, okay,
whatever.
like I like this gift. I wouldn't use it as an actual coffee mug, but I keep it on my like desk with all the other stuff that I enjoy having around. So
That's a good good one. Yeah.
it's a really brother gift. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. My best gift, I don't know. Does it have to be for Christmas? We're
Doesn't
keeping
have
it
to be.
Christmas. We're keeping it holidays.
It doesn't have to be if you have like a favorite gift.
I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite gifts ever was like the gift my sister gave me for, I think it was for my birthday though. And it was like Bad Bunny tickets. And they were like 4th row.
That's
he was
amazing.
right
You
here.
can see this man sweat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it was like in his good like trap era. So like that was like prime for me. And it was awesome. It was like such a good show. But and he's a Pisces, so it was
Oh.
like definitely like birthday time. So it was very cool. It was in March. But that was a good gift. You know what? I'm going to give one more questionable gift for me. This one, I think, was even more recent than the clothes thing. This was probably like, maybe it was that same year. Damn. Anyways, let me know if this is bogus. Let me know because I went over to my boyfriend's family and his mom had, I think, same thing. They didn't want me to feel like left out or anything, even though like I wouldn't have minded. Like I
Right.
know that like this isn't my family's Christmas or whatever. So she got me like a little gift and it was a hairbrush. And I was like, oh shit, like, thank you. Right. It was like a nice, like, it was like a wet brush. It was cool. And then, but like, I wasn't really brushing my hair at that time. Like, I don't like brushing my hair. If anything, like I use the wide tooth combs, whatever. It was the thought that counted. I was like, I like it. One day I will use it when I decide to brush my hair more. And yeah, so that was that. And then like the following year, same thing happened. Went over, had Christmas. She got me a gift, and like I got her a gift. It was fine. And then I opened the gift, and it was a hairbrush
Quit playing.
again. And I was like, what's this mean? And in my head, I'm like, my hair's looking a little better, like my hair, it's gone through a process, but it's good. And she was like, oh my gosh, like, did I already give you one of these? And she was like, oh my gosh, like, my bad, like this and that. And I was like, no, it's all good. Because like a good wet brush, it's like, it's a decent gift, But I was like, oh, yeah, that was that. That was like a couple years ago.
So when you were saying, tell me this is bogus, on like whose end?
Oh, is it bogus like on her end? Or is it, you know what I mean? Let me know. We're going to take calls. No, just kidding.
We might have to for this one.
But that was that. And I think that was like the last Christmas I had with them. But, actually, I don't think so. I think the following year, I think she just gave me like money or something. But yeah.
Shit, I'm always down for money. That's fine. You don't want to give me? That's fine. Give me money. You
So
know what I also
low-key,
take? Best Buy gift cards.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay.
Those were the questionable and best gifts.
Questionable and best gifts. That was a good one. That was actually a really good question. I like how that one had me thinking. All right. But yeah, those were the last of the Discord questions. Thank you for everyone submitting. We know it was like super last minute. We completely forgot. Unfortunately, we were supposed to have a guest. I thought we should have addressed that like earlier, but we were going to have a guest for this episode, but unfortunately Ashley got COVID and she wasn't able to come with us and join us today, but she will be hopefully a guest for January. So that's why we kind of wanted to still do something festive for today, even though we weren't going to have her. So we brought out the tent, we made some hot chocolate, had some fun, and yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah. So the next time you guys will be hearing from us, it'll be the first week of January.
Yeah. So just a reminder, we are going to be taking a little break from the pod. We're going to be taking a 2-week break, and for you guys, it's just going to be a 1-week break. So we're not going to have a podcast episode next Thursday. So we hope you guys enjoy your holidays with your families, and we'll be with you guys for the following week. And hopefully we'll be back, we'll be better, and we'll be stronger for the new year. Yeah.
And we hope everyone has safe holidays, have fun holidays, enjoy the time with your family, your friends. Just,
Yeah.
Again, very grateful for all of you guys.
For sure. We'll still be interacting with all you guys during the break. We don't want to obviously just go ghost or anything. So we are going to be on socials if you guys are trying to reach us or just down to chat. But yeah, for sure. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys.
See you guys.